Hi, my name is LIYAN from GBC Live. Today we have LIYAN Ye as a head of marketing of Value Company, as one of the most innovative dairy producers in the world. Now they've been starting their crazy plan in China. Well, they have been working in Chinese market for a long time, but now what they want to do, they want to just have a kind of direct relation and direct sales to the customers that they have in China. So now first I want to go through the kind of brief introduction of Liyans. She's going to talk about her background, also about her company today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, yes.
You're welcome. So can you let us know about your background and also how did you get into Value as a marketing director?
My name's Liyan, so I'm Chinese. Actually, I studied in the UK and I spent 20 years in marketing. So
Nice.
Within 10 years, I worked with Reckitt Benckiser. It's one of the major FMCG companies that currently owns Mac Johnson, Durex,
Nice.
Dettol, etc. Yeah. And so with the Reckitt Benckiser, actually, I work in multiple countries in Asia Pacific. So starting with China to Indonesia, Thailand, and back to China with a Swedish company called Oriflame. And then after that, I was in Good Baby, one of the biggest mother and baby industry in the world, actually, one of the biggest mother and baby company in the world.
Nice.
It's mainly making strollers.
Nice.
And in China, also distribution and retail. And then I went to Hong Kong and worked for a CRM company that worked with the major retailers in the world, like Carrefour, dairy, 牛奶公司 dairy company in Hong Kong.
Nice.
For the region as the regional marketing director. And
Nice.
before Value, and then I was back to China and worked for Pizza Hut.
Pizza.
Yeah. But I joined Value actually September last year. With a fantastic journey that we're starting in China for Value globally. It's one of the biggest major new market for the company globally. And a very big decision because China business is not easy. But we managed to formulate a very strong local team
Nice.
within a very short period of time. And we are heading full speed, like China speed, as you know.
Yeah.
So very happy to be here.
Yeah. Awesome. How old is the company, the Value Company? How old is it? I heard it's more than 100 or less than 100?
The company actually started longer than Finland. Finland actually, the Value Company started in 1905. Yeah.
1905.
1905. Yeah.
So it's older than
113 years. Older than the country. So
wow.
yeah.
That's impressive.
So it's owned by the farmers. Most of the farmers in Finland actually is our shareholders. Yeah. So owned by the farmers, and our objective is to really maximize the return to feed the cows,
Nice.
and make sure our owners are having the highest price in EU, at least, and then to be able to
Why they call themselves one of the most innovative companies in the field of dairy products?
If you look at the history of Value, there's a lot of what do you call this? We are the only dairy company in the world that has Nobel winning R&D. So Dr. Ferdinand is heading our R&D lab for over 40 years. So in 1945, actually, we won the Nobel Prize. So the technology that Dr. Ferdinand has enabled the farmers in Finland to feed the cows with the green feed throughout the year. So you come from Finland, you know how cold it is in the winter.
Yeah.
So the methodology the technology that he developed actually revolutionized how farming is in Finland and improve efficiency of the raw milk production. So as such, he's managed to actually won the Nobel Prize, which is
It's impressive.
only
Which year? 1945.
1945. Yes.
Wait, let me calculate how many years ago. It's going to be 73 years ago.
Correct.
Yeah? Is my math good? Yes. It is. It's 73
It's very
years
good.
ago.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
impressive. So, like, since that time, they try to be innovative, which at that time, that nobody knows what innovation is.
Exactly. I think it's 75 years ago.
73 years
73
ago.
years ago.
Based on my
think,
calculation, I don't know if I'm right.
Yeah. I think so, because there's a lot of like patented technology that has been developed by Valio, including the RTF, which is the ready to feed. So the world's number one ready to feed. I don't know. In China, you know, the babies, most of the babies are fed by milk powder, but overseas they're fed by liquid milk. So Valio is actually the first company that invented that formula.
Nice.
So now you look at the Finnish, babies are fed by either natural breastfeeding or RTF, ready to feed.
Nice.
These are some examples. So we hold like 300 patents in the world. And there's
300 patents.
Yeah, so if you look at like 80% of the population in Asia actually are lactose intolerant. So we are the first company that invented that patented technology for dairy, good for patients to consume. So
nice.
lactose-free dairy. It's become mainstream in Europe. Yeah, and in China we started only last year.
Last year.
Yeah, early last year. But actually, we effectively
the only company that you started, or there are some other companies that they have it?
They have technology to. They also have lactose-free technology, but our technology are very sophisticated, and it's patented, and it's actually do not alter the taste profile of the dairy products. So you're consuming as if you are consuming normal milk, but actually it's lactose-free. So it actually enable you to people who like me. Actually, every time I consume milk, I have stomach diarrhea, intolerance, all the symptoms. But since I work for Valio, actually that problem is solved, and
so
I
now
will be
you
able
can have
to.
milk
Yeah,
every day.
I can consume milk, and I'm a sports lover. You know, I need to have a high protein diet, and this is actually a very good blessing.
Well, nice. Yeah. This is really good. I mean, that's why you're talking about technology and innovation.
That's why innovation is very much in the brand DNA. Yeah, so for 100 years, I think, starting with Dr. Ferdinand, so we started that culture of innovations. We have scientists, more than 120 scientists, doctors based in Finland, in our Helsinki R&D center to do all sorts of base research, and then we'll be able to break down the milk into molecules and do mix match and really do different innovations with milk.
Nice.
One example is that last month we won the Innovation Award.
Nice. Where?
World Dairy Innovation Award with our Mifu product. So the Mifu product is actually using the protein coming from raw milk and making it into meat-free products. Nice. So actually, as a food ingredient, you actually can cook with this Mifu brand, for example. So that's just how.
What is a Mifu brand?
It's a brand called Mifu. M-I-F-U. It's like tofu in China.
No, it's under Valio.
Yeah, it's under Valio.
Nice.
Yeah.
But you have it for Chinese market or global market?
I think only launched in Finland, Sweden.
For Scandinavian
Russia.
market, sort of.
Yeah, our home market, what we call the home market, and I think sooner or later we'll be in China. Yeah. So of course we have our portfolio strategy for China. So that is not currently in our portfolio strategy for the next 3 years. But yeah, who knows? With the China market is so dynamic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can never underestimate how fast the Chinese catch up.
You say it's
globally.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. It is.
It is crazy market, and it doesn't matter what kind of product you have. In all aspects, we can say here market is crazy. So how long ago Valio got in China?
Valio was in China 28 years ago.
28
years.
Yeah,
I think back in the 80s, Valio was firstly introduced to the China market by the Ministry of Agriculture in China.
Nice.
And the reason is because Valio is not only a milk producer, we are helping the dairy companies to improve the technology and efficiency. So we give them training. We also have a team working on technical industrial solutions.
Nice.
Yeah. So that we started the relationship with China. So we had I think a group of people coming from different industry to come to Finland to do the intensive training, and also the Finnish experts coming into China to look into how to improve the technology for the Ministry of Agriculture for different farms.
Nice.
That's back in the 80s, and then we actually starting our business to sell into key customers. Like you can name all the dairy companies. They provide the ingredients for the infant milk formula. Yeah. So
infant milk.
Yeah. So in the register infant milk formula, we have like it's containing the value ingredients like whey powder, etc. Yeah.
Nice.
So we're actually very familiar with China market, but what's different is when you go from a B2B business to a consumer business, it's a totally different
approach.
Landscape. Yeah.
Yeah. So like 28 years, they got in. I mean, Valley got in China, and do they have any farm or any manufacturer or producing?
Not in China.
Not in China.
Not in China. We are only providing the importing the ingredients.
Oh, so you're only importing since
only
that
importing.
time.
Yeah.
So that time, I mean, since that time till like a year ago or maybe 2 years ago, you just had B2B approach to Chinese market.
Yes.
But now you want to have B2C as well.
Yes.
Yeah?
We want to launch value. We want Chinese consumer to know what is value. Value in China, actually, we don't have a Chinese name in the past, so we have just created a name called Wei You. Yeah.
Wei You.
Yeah, and I really love this name. Yeah.
Do you have it in your products now?
Yeah,
or
you can
you
go
have
into
plan-
the e-commerce side, in Tianmao, Jingdong. Our flagship store carry this value Wei You brand name. So also our WeChat platform, you can search is Wei You. So because I really love this name because it's value is not a brand name. What value is it's if you look at our logo, actually it's a milk swoosh in a leaf shape. It stands for innovation and natural.
Nice.
Yeah, and for Chinese name that we created, starting with the phonetic literation with this V, which is Wei. Wei means blue sky.
Nice.
Blue color, and then You is the best in terms of quality. That's what value stands for globally, and also in China also consistently carrying the Finnish high quality standard into everywhere, any market that we go into.
So what kind of consumer product now you have it in the market if you want to look for? So if I go to some online shopping,
you can buy the lactose-free milk powder.
Oh, really?
Yes.
The powder,
the powder,
but not the liquid.
The powder, and we're launching our UHT milk also in September. And the actually interestingly is that we're launching it first and foremost in slush.
Oh, slush! You mentioned a slush.
Yeah.
I heard that you're sponsoring a slush for this year.
Yes.
What happened?
Actually,
slush is all about innovation.
Yeah, slush is I think for audience of your audience, I think you know slush. But in China, we are. When I first knew about slush, I said, "What it is?"
Yeah.
And and then I found out, yes, it's Finnish.
Yeah.
And then it's one of the world's biggest startup entrepreneurship conference.
Yeah.
It's been like, I think this year the ticket, it's every December is in Helsinki.
Yeah.
So it's currently, I think, 20,000 people joining the conference already.
Yeah.
And China has been the third year. And then I think this year we're going to have like 15,000 people. So
15,000.
So I think I foresee next year will be bigger than Helsinki.
So,
anyway.
Well, that's going to be crazy. Like 15,000 people in one place. That's impressive.
Yeah, there's thousands of startup company projects going into the conference, and then there will be shortlisted ones that are going to be going to meeting the investors. And for for a platform like this, for value, we have a lot of in synergy in terms of like the country of origin, where we come from. We stand for the best in the industry where we are. Yeah. So we are advocates of innovation. Yeah, in what we do over the history, and so I think that that's a good starting point. Yeah.
Nice. For a Slush, you know that the Slush is all about startup communities and so on. The value company itself, do they have any plan or any program or any investment plan or having kind of incubator or accelerator for their related industry, related startups in dairy products?
I think technology changed the world. Technology changed how people, consume different products and food and beverage. I've used technology, infused incubator technology to really engage our customers in all the previous brands that I have worked in. So I'm sure for Value as a dairy company, there will be lots of opportunities. We could work with incubators or startup companies that present us with great ideas. Yeah, so that's something that we can look into the future. Yeah, and as a very high probability.
Yeah, it's nice because most of big corporations, which even those who have a kind of really strong belief in innovation and technology, they started having the incubator or accelerator in the field of their own business, because what is happening that the big corporation, they might have like sub companies that they can produce some other sub products. But the problem is it's all about the flexibility, first of all. Second is it's all about the speed. And the third, that companies, big corporations, they are not as, as good as a startup out there for their new project or for their not new product, for their new products or some other like crazy ideas that can come into their company. What they do, they try to reach out some startups that they're coming with their related product in their ecosystem. And either they try to acquire them or they try to invest in those companies. So, or they try to have incubator or accelerators in that way. But there are a lot of companies in different fields.
For example, I would love to have like IoT of things to like a smart device. Actually, you can actually diagnose 80% of the population in Asia that you actually you lactose intolerant.
Nice.
Because a lot of people. They are aware of the lactose intolerance, but they actually do. I'm not sure. Yeah, they're not actually sure whether they have that problem, and what kind of solutions that actually will help them with better absorption of nutrition from dairy products. So I think that would be something that really break the barriers for dairy consumption. So something like that, I would really look forward to. Technology that's so fast and so easy, making it so accessible to everybody instead of doing a DNA test. Yeah.
That's perfect. I mean, that's the kind of technology that it really helps your customers as well. Also, it helps them that come into your product and buying your product. That's a good it's a kind of good equation that if you are bringing all these companies or these tech companies under your umbrella as well, and you're helping them that they can grow their business. And in another side, you're helping your business. And in another side, you're bringing kind of value for the market.
Yes.
It's not about drinking or eating some dairy products. It's all about people's sensitivity and so on. Like you said, you yourself, you have a kind of sensitivity about lactose and so on. Now, you're in a value company, so you just realize that they have a kind of lactose-free milk.
So in the past, I have to rely on nutrition supplements, but now I don't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can do my sports,
it's
my
a
marathons.
kind of,
it's really fantastic, life-changing experience.
Yeah, I mean, the dairy product, they have a lot of the nutrition value.
Yeah.
So if any person that have kind of sensitivity about any lactose or any other chemical formula that there is, and if there are some companies coming with a kind of a specific product. With some people, they can have access to those products and they can consume those products. I mean, that's beautiful. That's awesome. It's all about innovation. If those companies, they care about innovation, they care about the, the need of some specific or some category of the people, then both sides, they can, have the value. It's a kind of mutual thing. That's perfect. So for Slush, you're going to be a big sponsor for that, yes?
Yeah, we're going to be part of Slush, and of course we are still working on how we're going to work together, because there's still some time until September.
Yeah.
But I think the ticket goes very fast.
Yeah,
That's what I heard. In Europe, I think the ticket has gone up to 900 euros. Yeah, in Europe. Yeah. So in China, it's still early stage. It's still quite an early stage, and good to get into the conference.
I know that for the pre-Slush event, you had in Tongji University.
Yes.
I saw some products of value, but I saw that it's a kind of you're providing some drinks as well.
That's what we created.
Is it part of your product, or it was a kind of?
It's part of our innovation. Actually.
That was really good. I really liked them.
So I think the technology changed our world, and now we rely on technology to change how milk is consumed.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we also rely on innovation to not rely on technology, but rely on humans.
Yeah.
So actually, we partner with the best mixology in China, and then actually he helped us to use our lactose-free milk powder to create all sorts of V-moment drinks.
Nice.
So we call it the value moment. The value moment is about sharing. It's about enjoying and being together. So
and having the community.
That's our slogan. Is our company mission is together we make life better. So there's a lot of sharing moment that we actually create the occasion. So one of the occasions that we created is in Slush opening ceremony, when we have the VIP area that we provide them with the V drinks. So the V drinks comes in a different color, different format, with different recipes. Yeah.
It was good. I mean, I really liked. I mean, those kind of small glasses we had, and I said, God, where can I get them? I mean, like. How I can get them? I mean, where I can find them in China?
You can actually search our WeChat shop, and then there's recipe in there. You can actually do DIY yourself.
Oh, it's kind of cocktails.
Yeah, it's a cocktail. Yeah, you can use the simple tools that you get, and there's all the very. Recipe is one thing that we engage with our customers. So we not only provide you with the milk powder, but provide you with solutions. Yeah, so that's.
Do you make any patent on recipe for sure?
Not yet.
Not yet in China.
Maybe we will think about that.
Yeah. So what is your plan in China? Yeah. So are you having a plan of producing your products here, or how's it? I mean, how you want to go on in Chinese market?
I think the Chinese market is very dynamic, so I think for the future, I don't rule out that possibility, because every brand into China need to really serve the local needs. Yeah. So currently, we see that the opportunity for a brand like Value is about the premiumization. So consumers in China are aspiring for imported brands with better food safety, and then also more natural milk source, and then also better nutrition. So we are in that trend. So most of our product currently is 100% imported, outside of China. But in order to serve the local customer better in the future, I think if you look into like our portfolio in Finland, mostly are chill products. Although Chinese people like to have warm milk, but I think the younger generations, like 95, children or our next generation, they probably are more into fresh.
Yeah.
So that's something that we will. We are a very innovative company, so we look into the trend a lot. So all the innovation that we have, we analyze the trend of the future, not only what's happening, but foresee what is going to happen. Yeah. So that's an important learning for us. Yeah. But we will evolve continuously.
Awesome, perfect. Liyan Ye, Head of Marketing Value in China, thank you so much for being on. Welcome. That was awesome information about your company and innovation and all the craziness that Value company has. I learned a lot, and I hope that all our viewers the same they could learn from our talk, and also knowing about your company. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Really
yeah.
appreciate for your
Thank you
time.
very much. Yeah.
Yeah,
And thank
well.
you for everyone for watching.